What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video and a pubescent sounding Payneblade. Unfortunately, my voice is still out, but we're getting there. We're getting much better. I'm sorry I sound a lot like Zaf, and it's you don't need to see double of him ever. But I'm back, and we're going to talk a little bit about a brand new mission that's out. So real quick, first off, I want to say thank you to all the supporters. A brand new mission is out for Season 4 to get you guys some more rewards and some more codes. So if you have not already done so, please get up there and freaking support your boy. All right, we're at almost at 4,000 people right now. I just want to say, of course, gonna give a big shout out to the top folks right now. So Payneblade's mom, Professor Tech, Travis, all these NIDs, Slam, ClickX, Forsaken, T-Pro, Irwin, Step Bear, all the way down to the other NIDs, Mewtwo X, I should say, David, Misos, McNasty, the rest of you NIDs, change your damn names. Put it so I can actually shout you out. All these other NIDs down here. King Gust. Go to page 3 this time. We got Dark. We got Make a Care TL, Bon, Ravage, as well as all these other NIDs. Game Tester Jeff, Driggs. We'll go to page 4 even. Demo 007, Turkatron, Kura, Minty, IBQ, KQ, etc., Eugen, all these other NIDs, and the Dark Side. So, and again, thank you everybody else from page 5 onwards. I appreciate you guys for the support, and make sure to go support, guys. You will not miss a code. And with that being said, I have a brand new mission. So the mission right now is 2 instance dungeons / encore missions, walkthroughs. So I got to give you guys some walkthroughs for these last missions. Right before I do that, though, remember to go in, sign in, and get yourself your 15 new blessing powders. If you did participate in the heartwarming message event, you get yourself 100 of these rune fragments. You guys all should have done that. And then, of course, the check-in event here, we got ourselves a couple different things. A dice event ticket, which I desperately need to use. So there you guys go right there. I'm gonna not lie to you guys. I've been having really bad luck with Charlotte. I still haven't got her for A3. I've never had this much bad luck in this game. So I think I'm like halfway to pity right now, and I'm guaranteed her on the next one. And I'm still gonna aim to go for her because I think she's gonna play a bigger role than Gina will. Which is really weird to say because Giant always plays a big role. And we're going to probably aim to still get her to A3. And then I might actually not skip, but I'll get an A0 of Gina and then probably just stay for Thomas going forward because obviously we have an anniversary coming up and I don't want to miss out on having Thomas because I do think they're going to either one of two things are going to happen. They're going to introduce a national level hunter with a brand new ticket and a brand new rank. So all these people saving, including myself, might not need to save. But I hope if that's the case, Netmarble does give us a heads up on that, and we are, given a little bit more of a warning rather than, living in the dark and then finding out like last week where we could have actually spent all of our tokens on getting other hunters that we wanted. If that's the case, that would really help. And then the second thing I would say also is if he does come out, as a national level hunter, being a national level hunter, he better be the best unit in the game up to date and for hunters at the very least, right? The only one that should be even close to him should be Sung. So we're gonna wait and see exactly what happens with that. So I'm very much looking forward to him. But I'm also not gonna skip out on getting Charlotte to at the very least the A3 mark. Okay, so anyways, let's go to some walkthroughs. I'll give you guys one walkthrough each. Because I think I have to do one of each one anyway. So one encore and one regular walkthrough for the instances. So let's go into that now. I have 2 and 2 tickets left specifically. So I think most people are struggling with this dude, right? So I'm going to show you guys on my free-to-play account what I'm doing here with Viridescent Mage. So I'm using this team here. And this team is doing fine with it. The only thing that I have sometimes struggle with is Cha sometimes dying because of the bleed. So another good option is if you do have Choi, bring Choi in. He'll actually do quite a bit of damage on this opponent because of course it is a fire weakness unit. So let me get this up for a second. Let me get my Choi up a little bit. Let's go ahead and try with Choi. Now obviously with that being done, you guys can see my power does drop a little bit with Choi. Let me put him in right now. And I'm actually right below the intended amount. So what I would suggest here, if you are going to use Choi, is you're going to use a lot of the QTE aspect of him, okay? So the QTE aspect is going to be what's going to matter most to defense down, just to shred that. And we're going to actually go ahead and use Cha first. I'm going to bring her in. I'm going to do a couple of hits. I'm going to take her out and get QTE in quickly, and then get him out as well, okay? So watch. This is what I would recommend doing if you can. See how she's taking that extra damage? That's the problem with her. That damage is brutal. You guys can see here, it's a little deceiving because it tells you in the description that if you use fire, you can get rid of the shield. A lot of people don't know that doesn't actually work. And also, just everyone's aware of this. The fire also... Sorry, Meilin and Dongsu also can't remove this, just so everyone is aware of that, okay? So what makes Gun He so good for this fight, though, is the fact that he has a shield, and he can just absorb 90% of this little... this damage that you're taking from that bleed. Doesn't do anything to him, literally. So anyone who has a good shield, you can, for the most part, avoid this damage pretty heavily. So I would just recommend just use Gun He to break that shield off, and then there you go. Now you can technically bring in all your DPS and kind of just murder this guy a little more here, okay? And I highly recommend doing this way, guys, because you can see now the bleed doesn't affect her anymore. No more damage, right? It's that shield that causes the bleed to happen. So this is where you really want to take advantage of this and bring in the QTE again. And then again, do his skills here, cast this. So yeah, the hardest part of this entire fight is actually that shield. It's pretty wild how much damage it does. We're gonna go ahead and break. We should be able to get the break off this time, I think, too. See, like Gun, he's just honestly too damn good. This is why I put him as #1 in the game. Seriously, like he can do everything for you. You don't even need to bring any other unit to this fight, outside of obviously like someone like Chao who can do a lot of DPS for you. But like Choi's just, I'm just bringing Choi in because Alicia does really well in this. I brought Choi just specifically just to show you guys that you can in fact do it with him. But again, look at this. Look how quickly that shield goes back up, right? So Emma's actually the best for this, to be honest. From a fire unit perspective, Emma destroys this fight because her shield actually really does help keep everything going. You guys can see again how much damage we're doing. He's got 59% still left. We're gonna take some hits here, unfortunately, but we're gonna have to murder this shield quick. There we go. Shield gone. QTE in. Okay, this is by far a little bit of a steroid fight, by the way. And again, Choi is not very good here because of the fact that he doesn't crit, obviously, so that's going to cause a little bit of a problem. You guys can see here again, Gun He just taking care of business. We still got that 5 stacks of bleed on us. It's unfortunate, but let's see if we can make this on time. There we go. Get a crit in. John here. Quickly do this. I think we should be fine. Looks like we have enough time. As long as she doesn't die, we should have enough time to finish this. There we go. Right on time. Right on time. Now, honestly, like I said, you don't need to bring in Choi. The main thing, honestly, is bring in Emma if you have Emma. Your goal is to have a shielder. Just destroy that shield. Because if you don't have a shielder to destroy the shield, what ends up happening is you take that bleed damage and you can die. Another option, of course, like I said, is Alicia or Park Heejin or someone. Even Wu's great here, even though the opponent is weak, strong against wind. You can bring in someone like Wu who has a shield to just break that, who has a shield himself to counter that bleed effect. The whole goal again is to bring in somebody with a dispel. The problem with the dispel though as well is if you don't have a shield, because if you dispel the bleed, you can do it again, and then you'll keep getting bleeds on you anyways. You can't dispel in time. So someone like Alicia is really good in this fight because she has a shield with her tornado. You don't have to worry about it. So Alicia's a fantastic unit. I would even remove Choi and put Alicia in instead. But there you guys go. First guide out of the way. And then now the second guide. I mean, it's up to you guys which one you want to do. I personally like this fight more. So I'll show you guys the Cursed Giant Eiberg fight. So here I just use Westwind and Plum Sword, by the way. This is my usual tactic for this fight. You're going to go ahead and use Pulverize here, and we're going to keep everything else the same. Now, the Electrify Dagger Toss is insane damage in this fight, by the way, guys. So highly recommend doing that. I'm going to switch over to this light damage here. I have my light units, plus you don't need Meilin in here, by the way. She's just bonus, but I'm going to take her out. What I would recommend here is put in another breaker or somebody with more damage. Of course, anyone with fire or or light will work. So I mean, you can bring Min in as well too if you want for more damage, but I'm gonna bring in just Mirai for just her QTE damage overall, and then Westwind and that all that's in place. And there's my blessings, and this is my gear. Okay, so this is gonna be a pretty straightforward fight. Nothing changes with him. It's just difficulty and HP. That's it. So you will take more damage, obviously. But here's what I like to do with this fight. It's a pretty straightforward method. Here I go into the fight. First thing I'll do is when he starts going into his rotation, like where he comes around the corner, I summon my shadows right away. I take a step to the left, and that way my shadows don't get affected. I do a quick shadow step, and then I back up into my plum sword. Okay, so that usually works really, really well. Go into your break mechanic, dodge here. Shadows, or not shadows, sorry, dagger toss, and then go into a west wind. And then you guys can see he's going to disappear at this point. There he goes. And then that electric shock does so much freaking damage, guys. There you go. Jump in again. He's going to go behind. Just shoot him. Just be careful here. Go into plum sword again. Bring gun heat in. Break again. Now be careful at this point. He will start going into, I think about like, into, I'd say roughly about 60%. There it is. He'll start doing his things. The first one I usually target here, guys, because I use Cha to do the unrecoverable, which stops him from recovering HP anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'll do this first, target that, and the shadow step usually into it. Unfortunately, I didn't get a shadow step in. He's going to run into you again with that move right there. Just break this quick. There it is. Now, he should not have recovered much HP if you did this, if you did it right. Oh, he did recover a lot of HP actually with me. So normally what happens is with Cha, with her unrecoverable, you have more than enough time to break the MP one first, and then focus on the other one afterwards. So he doesn't really recover much HP. In this case, I think we're just bad timing. That's all. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Quickly do a shadow step. So plum sword into amplifying draw, into sorry my nose, guys. Into the ultimate will do the best amount of damage on him. Obviously, you guys can see here, like we took so many bars off right there. Right, so he's gonna go into stronger now. Let this go through. Invincible, shadow step in, amplifying draw, electric shock, guys. That electric shock does so much damage, man. Just don't neglect it. It's one of the best upgraded skills you could have in this game. It's so insane. Okay, there we go. We don't have our thing up yet. So just keep recovering MP. If you were in the situation where you lost some MP, remember basic attacks will give you a lot of MP back, so make sure you do it, and this should pretty much take care of the business for you. And right here we should kill him off, okay? So if not, there you guys go. So a very easy fight. There is the brand new. I think this is way easier than the Ice Queen and Kaisalian. So I would say focus on these two. Obviously, the ring you're looking for is going to be the expert ring, so this is a great time to farm. But anything else along the way should be fairly easy. In terms of the new dogs, they're actually a lot more difficult than this fight. But again, I bring Westwind and Plum Sword, and it's just as easy without having to bring water or fire. All right, guys, this is Payne. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.